Listen, we all know that Vanguard is an incredibly rough game so far, but it honestly doesn't have to be, and with the beta winding down, I want to give my wish list of sorts for the game, and what I want to see changed in the game, and things added to the game as well. And now starting off, I think the main thing that most people want to see change is the skill-based matchmaking. I could honestly forgive half of Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War if it didn't have the strict SPMM, but the problem is that those games did have that strict SPMM, and my one thing with that is that if you're going to have that strict skill base, you best have everything else almost perfect to make up for it. But for Vanguard, it is really just Modern Warfare 2019's terrible design choices and the even stricter SPMM of Cold War together. The worst of both worlds. So it would be nice to see less strict skill-based matchmaking so I can enjoy myself more. And no, for you people that defend SBMM that don't even play COD, it's not because I want to pub stomp, it's because I want to be able to sit back and relax and grind camos or something and have some people pop off, others get destroyed, and others doing just alright. A good mix of all players. And this is an easy fix too. One, just put in a ranked mode that actually has strict SBMM unlike Cold War, or two, have two separate pubs and put bad players with a below 0.6 KD in strict lobbies and decent players in a pool of all kinds of KDs. Now, of course, this is an unrealistic wish to have, so let's actually talk about some things that could actually happen. First up, which I've talked about in several videos now, is squad spawning. What an awful system squad spawning is, and it has no reason to exist in COD. Get rid of it. Simple as that. Vanguard would actually be so much more fun if it didn't have squad spawning, but Sledgehammer is so scared to take any risk that they just want to copy and paste the only COD that sold well in the past decade. I'm telling you, Sledgehammer, we do not want or need squad spawning. It helps no one at all and only slows the game down, which the more I've played Vanguard, the more I've kind of realized that that's what they're trying to do here. But regardless, I think the majority of players would agree that squad spawning is bad because even for the bad players, it just hurts them more because they spawn on an enemy or in the worst possible location. So please, if you're going to change only one thing about the game, please be the squad spawning. Such an awful system. But moving on, the gunsmith is also a small problem I have as well with this game, mainly because weapons have upwards of 80 attachments and that is just way too many. I have been saying this since Modern Warfare 2019 that the gunsmith isn't a bad system, it just has way too many attachments that are useless that not a single soul uses. There should be maybe 50 attachments max because we all know those attachments that only hurt you, so no one's gonna use them at all. Just take them out. It makes weapon leveling easier if you take them out and camo grinding faster. Now, I don't mind the gunsmith at all, I just want to see it better utilized for only the useful attachments that people actually use and other attachments that kind of like switch up the guns, not like a random sight that does absolutely nothing for you and looks awful. Just, we do not need like 20,000 sights. It's just no necessary reason for that. But another big thing that I would like to see as well change is the kill streaks. Just make them score streaks. Yeah, kill streaks are nice and give you a quick nostalgia trip, but score streaks are just so much more superior in every way. Score streaks promote playing the objective and moving, whereas with kill streaks, if you're on a streak, you just start camping the entire game to get that single kill streak. With score streaks, you can actually go play the objective and easily get that score up, or play near the objective to get kills and get extra score for defending the objective or killing a defender off the objective. But along with this as well is the incredibly insane time to kill. Because of the high TTK, no one wants to move because you die so quickly, and that's because, once again, this game is honestly just a reskin Modern Warfare 2019. Lowering the TTK and adding score streaks would make the game so much more fun because people are actually playing the game, whereas it's not just high TTK so no one wants to move, and with kill streaks, so now it's better to camp in every way. Now, besides pretty much reworking the entire game to not be Modern Warfare 2019, I would also like to see some more content for free players as well added into the game. Not everyone has the money or wants to spend the money on a $20 bundle for one thing for cool content. Bundles should be reasonably priced to become more accessible to more people, and free-to-play players should be able to get cool content as well for playing the game. Yeah, you have camos, but that's pretty much about it. The Battle Pass has maybe 2 cool things in them, and they are of course always behind the paywall, but all the really cool content is behind that store for $20-some. Now, we fixed this problem before, believe it or not, and that's to bring back supply drops. Now, before you get angry and start hating, I went way more in depth on this in another video I made a while ago, so I'll have an annotation of that in the right hand corner that you can watch. But if you just want to see more of what I'm trying to say here, add supply drops and watch that video and you'll know where I'm coming from. But speaking of content though, it would also be nice to see some reactive skins and camos off rip and not have to wait months for it. They are already in Cold War, and Warzone, so there's no reason not to do it anymore. I want to see the most insane reactive stuff first week of the game, have it be story content or the mastery camo in the game. I don't want to wait until March of next year to see a cool reactive camo to come out, because we want to go with that gritty realism for the first 3 months just to forget it like every single COD ever. Now, one last main thing though that I want, and not even for this COD but for future COD, is for the game not to revolve around Warzone, but for Warzone to revolve around the games. And that sounds confusing, but what I mean by this is that this COD and Cold War have been made to please Warzone first, then themselves. It should not be like this. It should be the two games worry about themselves first, then Warzone takes off the game and evolves from that. Two separate entities. This would allow so many more things to happen and come back like traditional prestiges. So you have the normal yearly COD, which is normal to older CODs, and then Warzone, which is just like COD Mobile but Battle Royale and takes from all the $60 yearly CODs. It would benefit both incredibly well, and chances are we won't see this, but it would just be nice to have the $60 game be the center of attention, and then Warzone. Yes, I understand Warzone is bigger, but if you do it this way, it also probably pleases more people. And of course, you gotta do this in a timely manner. You can't wait a couple weeks to do it, because then it doesn't work. But if you just do it right, this will work, and that's how it should be. It should be $60 COD comes first, because you're actually paying for that, then the free-to-play Warzone. But overall, I just want to see Vanguard more in line with the traditional COD and not Modern Warfare 2019, because that game is borderline not a COD. I also want to see the entire franchise and monetization system switched up, because I am still 100% confident that if bundles were reasonably priced and the game had good content and not strict skill-based matchmaking in pubs, sales would skyrocket. But still, we are stuck with Activision, the worst company out there currently that hates everyone from their consumers to their employees, and they ruin everything with greed. And they are so blinded by that greed that making simple changes to increase sales isn't good enough for them, and they just want to see the money now. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure not to leave without leaving a like and subscribing for more. But until next time, see ya.